welcome to the Activity Continues podcast. We are your hosts. This is Megan.
And this is Amy. Thanks for joining us again. This week, again, we're just sort of shooting the shit. We'll talk a little bit more about some Hallmark movies and about our little Three Spirit Drinks happy hour we had on Sunday with patron Amy.
And our new friend Tori. And I lost my shit.
Oh my God.
I laughed.
It was so funny.
And then I felt so bad on the ride home. I'm like, oh my God, was I annoying at Amy's house? And I was like, I hope I wasn't annoying Greg, but I was laughing. Oh. I peed my pants a little bit. I was laughing. I was crying. I couldn't even.
Yeah, you and Tori both were.
Oh my God, she is so funny.
She is funny. She's funny. And she thinks we're funny, which is
I mean, that's why
it's a great side effect, yeah.
It is, yeah. She wasn't even drunk.
No.
So.
Sometimes, those with a strong attachment to a specific place during their lifetime choose to stick around, reliving moments or specific events that took place there. It all comes back to the history that was left behind. That history leaves an impression. This is the Haunted Happy Hour podcast, a show dedicated to uncorking chilling conversations about the paranormal. We're your hosts, Lily
and Vanessa. We dig through the history of locations to get an understanding of why certain places are considered to be haunted, what happened there, and why.
We seek to understand the reasons for encountering some sort of paranormal manifestations in certain locations while sharing our own experiences.
Took some shots, everything was great, but then when I looked the second time, I was already down to 7%. I had like 50 some.
Oh my gosh.
Join us in our haunted lounge as we share stories about the history, hauntings, and lore throughout our hometowns across the Midwest and beyond.
For those looking to find out what spooky tales lie trapped within some of America's cities and towns, join us for the next Haunted Happy Hour. We'll talk spirits, drink spirits, and sometimes even encounter spirits. I could definitely taste the vanilla.
Honestly, it's not as strong as what it smells like. I give this one 2 thumbs up.
Okay, now that we're enjoying our drink though, let's go ahead and talk about the stories.
You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, or anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. And if you have Echo devices, an easy way to listen is just say, Alexa, play Haunted Happy Hour podcast.
So, we invite you to sit back, grab a cocktail, and let us introduce you to some history, mayhem, hauntings, and spirits right here on the Haunted Happy Hour podcast. Cheers!
First, I want to just quick, I packed up all the Patreon holiday gifts today, which are these mugs that have Puka on one side.
Yep.
Activity Continues on the person's name on the other side.
I know, I got mine.
It took me
like a solid 10 minutes to even realize that my name was on it. I was just so enamored with the mug itself.
They turned out pretty cute.
I love them.
I was expecting the ghost
Puka?
to be a little gray.
Yeah.
On the thing he is, but he just looks like floating eyes and headphones.
But I kind of love it.
It's okay, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to make some more. These are all also available on Zazzle. If you can go on to Zazzle, I would tip this upside down so you could read Zazzle on the bottom.
But don't
I don't want to spill Bailey's all over my face.
That's alcohol abuse. And we do not stand for it.
Especially not Bailey's. That shit's expensive, man. Oh. Yeah, so anyway, these are the mugs, and you can get them on Zazzle for yourself. And you can put your own name on there. And mine's right now filled with Bailey's.
As it should be.
Because Yeah, I was thinking about this stuff that Amy P brought over to to my house.
That was like drinking like cream. It was so smooth.
Oh my God. She said it was like Bailey's, but better. And she was absolutely right, which I didn't think was possible, to be honest.
And then after that, we started drinking Rebel. And I'm just like, this is what is this shit?
I know. I know. And we love Rebel, but
compared to Amy, it was just so smooth.
Yeah, it was really smooth. Well, Rebel's really smooth too. Rebel tasted really watery in comparison.
Yes.
But, we're comparing apples and oranges, so really not the same thing.
They're not. And Rebel itself is delicious.
Yes,
it's so good.
The stuff that Amy brought is a, what's the word I'm looking for? Irish cream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from County Cork, I think. Amy's yelling at us right now.
I know, she's literally screaming.
But it was super delicious. Mm-hmm. And then we poured them into glasses with, I just happened to have coffee ice cubes that I had made. Ice cubes, giant, big, inch and a half on each side. Ice cubes that I had made from coffee months ago, and they were in the fridge. And Amy said, these would be really good with coffee ice cubes. And I was like, I have some of those.
Okay.
But yes, before I brought out the coffee ice cubes, because I was in the freezer getting out the coffee ice cubes, I saw that I had put in some grapes.
And I did not hear Amy say this would be really good with frozen coffee ice cubes.
Oh, okay.
I only heard you guys talking about the frozen grapes.
Yeah. Because y'all, if you haven't had frozen grapes yet, you're sleeping on this because I'm like, why are these so much better frozen? I mean, I like grapes, but holy shit, frozen grapes. And I have frozen grapes before to put into white wine. Mm-hmm. As ice cubes that don't melt,
so fancy. Yeah.
But I don't eat them. I just leave them in there and I throw them away when they get soft. But
that's what I do with my men.
I knew something like that was coming. I knew it.
This is not a G-rated podcast.
No, I don't know. Never has been, never will be.
No.
So I was telling, we were talking about, oh my God, frozen grapes are so fucking good. So then as we're drinking our Baileys.
Yeah, I thought you guys, I 1,000% thought that what Amy had brought out, and I saw her bring it out, was chunks of frozen grapes. And then she's putting them in this amazing drink that Amy patron had brought. And I was like, this is weird. Like, why are we putting frozen grapes in like a coffee liqueur? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, you know what? My palate is not as refined as Amy squared. I'm like, so maybe I just don't know about this. Mm-hmm. And I just kept drinking it, waiting for it to taste like grape. And I think we had finished our cup before you guys said anything. And I was like, what? No, this. Well, I 100% thought that it was frozen grapes.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I said something is that, we drank the stuff Amy brought, and I didn't want to drink her entire bottle. And
which was really hard to not just get a straw.
I know.
Put it in. It was so good, you guys.
I would have if I could have. But also,
you should have winked at me and we could have just knocked her over and taken it.
If anyone wants to try this glorious drink, it's called 5 Farms Cream Liqueur. There's a link in the show notes. It's probably like 400 calories a glass, but
why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that?
Because I'm fat. But
same.
But we had these ice cubes, and they were the only coffee ice cubes I had. I only had 4, so we each got one. And then I was like, well, we're not going to drink any more Amy's stuff out of respect for Amy's stuff.
Yeah.
So I pulled out the Rebel, and I'm like, Rebel would be good with a coffee ice cube. And I think that I said something like that, and you were like, a what ice cube now?
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, no, these are grape ice cubes. And you guys were like, what the fuck are you smoking?
Why the fuck would we be putting grape ice cubes?
I don't know. I don't have the refined palate that you guys have. And then we laughed about it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we did.
That was a fun night.
It was a fun night. We had a good time. And we also did try the
3 spirits.
I keep wanting to call it third something. 3 spirit. I should just be thinking free spirit. Because that's
there you go.
Free spirit.
Yeah. Word association.
Yes.
It was good.
It was good.
The one that I tried was the nightcap.
Yep.
That's what you try when you're hanging out with your friends. Is the one
right. I'm like, are you sure this is a sleepy time one, Megan? Are you sure you want the sleepy time one? Yep. That's the one I want.
I'm like, listen, it's almost 6 o'clock. It's almost time for my bed, Amy. Let's go.
It was 4.
It was, yeah. I had that, and I think it was did Greg just do ginger ale with all of them?
I know that we did ginger ale. I had ginger ale with the livener and the social.
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it.
They're all really good. I really like the livener. That one's my favorite.
And then you made the watermelon mixer.
Yes, I made
slushy one.
Yep, it was they called it a watermelon and chill or something like that.
It was like a non-alcoholic margarita.
Yeah. So, but I don't think it had lime. Yes, it did have lime in it. I had Greg squeeze the lime, and then I put the rest of it together.
I remember watching him do it, and I'm like, he is so fancy because he had a little lime squeezer, and then he had a teeny tiny little strainer to strain any potential seeds. I'm like, this is some serious bartending skills, Greg.
Yeah, he likes to do all that stuff.
Tori asked him, she's like, are you a mixologist? And I was like, no, he's an engineer. It's the same thing.
It is. Yeah. I mean, seriously, that is a good background for being able to mix. Because I'm like, just throw this shit together. I don't even usually measure.
You just are like, I'm just going to throw some grapes into this coffee liqueur. Like, who knows what's going to happen?
Exactly. I mean, that's how I cook too. I just throw shit together and people are like, this is really good. Can you make this for me again? I'm like, nope. Because I have no idea what I did. Just like the pad thai I made you 100 years ago. I'll never be able to make that again because I have no idea what I did.
So good.
I took 3 different recipes and I picked things that I wanted to do out of each one, and that's what happened.
See, I would do that. I did that once with, I tried to be all culinary and make some gravy because I'd cooked a chicken in a pan. And then I'm like, you know what? I've seen my mom do this 1,000 times. How hard can it be? Famous last words, because we still talk about that gravy to this day. And John refers to it as the cat vomit gravy.
Oh, nice.
Because I think what happened is I added too much cornstarch. And it was like this really gloopy, gelatinous consistency. And then on top of that, it was like a very pale brown.
Okay.
It was not appetizing. And for John not to eat something is big because he doesn't like to waste food.
Right. Well, and gravy, I would have a hard time turning that down. It's just salty, fatty, viscous liquid. Yeah.
Okay, please don't ever use the word viscous to describe gravy ever again.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it was.
That one was correct. But normal, delicious gravy is not viscous.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is. But I don't use cornstarch for gravy. I just use flour.
Oh, maybe that's where I went wrong.
And it should be equal amounts of flour and butter. Or fat or whatever you're using, if you're using pan drippings or whatever, you just look at how much that is and you put about that much flour in, but then you would add like chicken stock or something too.
Okay. I didn't do any of that. Nothing. I just added cornstarch.
We can do a little gravy
we might need to
in service sometime. Yeah. I'll show you how to do it. Greg is really good at making gravy too.
Greg is really good at making everything.
He's a pretty good cook. He really is.
I will back to the 3 spirits. I did want to say, I did notice that it does say to consult your doctor if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. So just to let people know, because I don't know if some people are expecting and are like, oh, that would be a really good alternative. Just ask your doctor before.
Right. And I think it's just because it has some weird herbs that might interact with whatever you've got going on.
Probably the baby.
If you have like nothing happening, nothing going on with your pregnancy, it's just a regular pregnancy and there's no issues.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably fine. But if you have, toximosis or
gestational diabetes.
Anything like that, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Listen, me throwing out medical terms.
Look at that.
Dr. Megan.
We're like doctors here, pretty much. Yeah. Don't listen to anything we say. Don't take our advice.
We're going to pause the show because I'm going to go apply to be a doctor at Mayo Clinic in Rochester.
Okay, good luck.
And I'm going to use this as my credentials.
Sweet.
Be like, I knew what preeclampsia was. And I don't know what it is. I just knew the word.
You just know the word. Yeah. I don't remember what it means.
Something about something. So
yeah, that sounds right. I'm sure that's all you need to know to pass that test. According to the Mayo Clinic, preeclampsia is a high blood pressure, hypertension disorder that can occur during pregnancy.
Oh, speaking of tests, did we talk about this last time?
We did not.
I passed my SHRM.
Yay!
I passed. Okay, I'm done. I didn't sleep the entire night before. I woke up, my son was sleeping with me, and I woke up at 3:00 going, oh my God, I didn't study formulas. But I couldn't go study formulas because he was with me. I 100% would have if he wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
And so we got up in the morning and I go take the test and I'm, like reading the questions and 1,000% sure I failed. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, fucking C, whatever. I don't fucking know this. And then I'm like, that's it. I have to take it again. And it's going to be so depressing and stressful.
And expensive.
It's $400 a pop to take this test.
Yeah.
And I got to the end and it said passed. And I just sat there staring at the screen. And
so crying. It was all online and you just,
yep.
I knew you told me that you were going to find out right away, but I didn't know that meant right that second.
Yeah, so I finished the test. There was a couple of like surveys about the assessment center and the SHRM program.
Like, screw this. I just want to go have a drink.
I know.
Pass.
And I'm like, I just want to. So I said, it said pass. And I just sat at the screen, staring at the screen. And I put my hand over my mouth because I started laughing and like hysterically laughing, like, oh my God. And then
you're like, the
crying.
System's broken, but I'm not going to say anything.
This is broken. So yeah, I passed.
Good. Yes. Oh, that's exciting.
So I know.
What a relief. Huh?
And so that was Tuesday. Then Wednesday, the 7th, I was watching, I sat down and watched Waiting to Exhale, which is like it was every time I watch it, I forget how great of a movie that is.
And I have never seen it.
That's really, you need to see it. You would love it.
Really?
Yes.
Doesn't seem like something that would be my bag.
Well, it's kind of a chick flick, but it's about,
I don't mind chick flicks.
It's about these 4 women navigating their way through life. They're all single for different reasons. Like, Savannah, who's played by Whitney Houston, is just single because she's never met a man that, she wanted to marry. Angelica Houston is single because her husband divorces her for a white woman. They're African-American, and that's a big thing.
If, like me, you were thinking, Angelica Houston isn't African-American, but I didn't say anything. She meant Angela Bassett.
And then Gloria's single. She's been a single mom raising her son. And then what's the other girl's name? Oh my God, it's Gloria.
Amy's yelling it right now.
I know she is. It's Gloria Bernadette is Angela Bassett. Oh my God. And then the last one, I can't remember her name, is this like the classic beauty, like foxy woman. And she's just single because she keeps meeting all these douches. So it's just really good. So I watched that and then I started to watch another movie with Vin Diesel in it. And then I'm like, shit, I'm tired. I should go to bed.
Yeah.
And I was texting my friend Rachel and she's like, 2 movies in one night? I'm like, I have all this free time.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with myself? So watch movies apparently and craft and make Jeff Goldblum coasters.
Yeah.
So that's new with me. What else? Tell me what you thought about the 3 spirits.
Oh, I thought I tasted all of them by themselves first. And so like just a little tiny sip in a shot glass with nothing. And then I was like, what would this taste good with? And I did actually go out and get a lot of the stuff to make from the recipes that we found. And then we didn't use any of it except for the watermelon.
Well, I guess we'll just have to get together again.
So yeah, we'll have to do it again because I have all this grapefruit juice and kombucha, which I'm never going to drink on my own.
Okay. Can we pause for a minute and just talk about
I know you were worried
kombucha.
about the fact that it was alive.
I was not worried about it. I was grossed out. They call it a
eat yogurt, don't you?
They call it a mother. Yeah, but they're not being like, and this is the mother yogurt, and here are her little baby yogurts, and you eat those.
That's the same as sourdough.
But sourdough, you bake it, and it's dead then, because you've baked it.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, they call it a skin. Oh.
Yeah, I have only had kombucha once, and I just thought it tasted like vinegar, and it's not my cup of tea.
I don't understand it. What is it? Is it just a drink? Is it supposed to be like...
It's a fermented drink. Yeah, it's supposed to be good for you.
Is it like wine?
It's not going to make you drunk or anything.
No.
It's you get it at the grocery store out with the other juices. It's not like, I mean, it's fermented. It might give you something, but I don't think, no, it's not alcoholic or anything. But yeah, I don't really like it. Yeah. But I bought it because it was an ingredient in, like, it was like 2 tablespoons for this, in this drink. And I bought this whole bottle of it, which is like $5. So somebody's got to drink that kombucha. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be me. So
sure as hell wouldn't be Greg.
No, I don't think it'd be Greg either.
I could not.
Although he really likes vinegary foods.
I can't see Greg just being like, pass me the kombucha, Amy.
No.
Amester.
No, I don't think he would.
Does he call you Amester?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
I really like the nightcap was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And
I didn't have a drink with the nightcap. I just tasted a little sip of it. And it was good. Yeah, I don't remember that much about it.
Tori loved the one. I think was the social. She loved that one.
Yeah. The social was really good. I like the Livener. The Livener is supposed to like pep you up a little bit. And I do think that one has caffeine in it. But the nightcap certainly does not.
No.
The social might have a little, I don't recall, but we'll figure that out when we do the ad for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to try it, we've tried it. They're good.
They're good.
And then we made, this might have been after you left, Megan, but we made stingers.
Nope,
were you there when I made stingers?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Because we gave it to Tori because she never tried it. How has she never tried a lot of things?
There's a lot of things she hasn't tried. Yeah.
But you know what she has tried?
But she's not. Oh my gosh.
Pickles and peppermint in the pickles.
You stick a peppermint stick down the center of the pickle. Like a big pickle, big fat pickle. And you eat it like that. Mm-hmm.
Then you eat it.
You eat it. You don't throw it away.
You don't just look at it. Like you don't hang it on the tree.
No. I would try that. I would try that because I like all pickles. I like
pickles.
Mint pickles seem
peppermint
weird.
Is too. I hate peppermint. It's just too strong.
Oh, I love peppermint.
Oh, so you'd like it then. What else did she do? Was it Kool-Aid on pickles?
Yes.
Kool-Aid on pickles. She had a lot of pickle recipes.
And somebody said, you mean Kool-Aid powdered, right? And she's like, no, just Kool-Aid.
I have seen that.
I've seen it where you dip it in the powder. In the powdered gelatin.
You put the Kool-Aid. You put the Kool-Aid in
gelatin, but Jello.
You put the Kool-Aid in the pickle juice, and then you put the pickle in.
It goes in the. Okay, and then it sits there.
Yeah,
it's not like I thought she was like dipping it and eating it. I'm like, what?
What's the point of that?
Yeah, I know.
Tori, correct. Tori, fill us in.
I misunderstood. Yeah, you're right. I have seen them.
I misunderstood the assignment.
Oh, that reminds me. I heard that Kirstie Alley died.
Yeah.
And I went and got my Drop Dead Gorgeous I was going to say VHS. DVD. It is a DVD. And I put it out on the stereo to watch. And then I forgot. And I started watching 600 Hallmark movies instead.
Kirstie Alley would understand.
I know. I'll watch it eventually.
I misunderstood. Oh, that was such an underrated movie too.
Oh, such a good movie. Y'all, if you haven't seen it,
you have. If you and
gotta see it. Especially if you're from the Midwest.
Yeah. Coffee and bars.
Like to make
That's where Coffee and Bars comes from, you guys. Yeah. Coffee and Bars. It's from Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yep.
Oh, it's good. It's a good flick.
Yeah. It is. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So you made stingers, and
stingers are brandy and cream de mint.
Oh, that actually sounds good.
So
were they yellow? What was yellow?
They were kind of orange.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Oh, are you thinking of the one that Greg made for Amy? It was called A Last Word.
Yes, that's what it was.
That was yellow.
That was yellow.
Gin and chartreuse and lemon juice, I believe.
Okay, because I knew there was a drink that was yellow.
It's really, really good, and it tastes like sweet tarts.
Ooh, okay.
It's really
Greg's
yummy.
going to have to make that for me the next time we're there.
Can make that for you sometime. Hi, friends. Do us and yourselves a favor and check out our affiliate, 3 Spirit Drinks. They create plant-based, non-alcoholic elixirs that are cruelty-free and vegan, and they are designed to give you some of the benefits of alcohol without the hangover and other side effects. If you're looking to cut down on alcohol but still want the buzz, check them out. The link is us.3spiritdrinks.com and use the promo code TheActivityContinues for 15% off your entire order. before we had our happy hour, Megan and I had a little meeting, which we called our board meeting, where we discussed what went, how we did this season.
Yep.
And what we're going to change up for next season. And so just want to let you know that some of the things that we're thinking about doing, this is one format change that we are considering. Mm-hmm. We both like the idea, but I want to know what you guys think.
Yeah. So if you don't like it, let us know. We're not married to the idea.
Yeah. But we're thinking to switch things up a little bit. And the fact that it is a possibility that the Dead Files will only have one more season.
Say it ain't so.
We don't know that for sure. That's another thing. I reached out to the woman that we know who works on the set. Mm-hmm. And she said she really couldn't tell us anything except that the new season 15, they will start announcing when it's going to come out in the spring. Mm-hmm. So it's not coming out till spring or summer.
Probably, I would say probably summer. If they're announcing it in the spring.
Yeah. Unless they're going to be like, oh, it's on next week. Who knows?
True.
I think last time it started up in April. Mm-hmm. If I remember right, I could have that wrong. But so maybe they'll mention it in March and it'll be on in April. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's just my guess. Don't quote me on that. But she just said that really, that's pretty much all she could tell us about it.
Which is understandable.
Yeah. So what we're thinking about doing is, so each month having at least 4 weeks. Week 1, one of us will cover an episode of the Dead Files. Week 2, we'll talk about another TV show or movie related to the paranormal. Mm-hmm. Unless it's Christmas, then we'll talk about Hallmark movies.
To be fair, there are Hallmark movies all year round. We could talk about them all year round.
We could. Yeah, but it's just the Christmas ones that I like.
Okay.
Because it helps get me in the Christmas spirit. Otherwise, my cold, dead heart can't get into it.
Well, the first step is acknowledgement.
Yeah. Well, my silver tree helps.
It does. Yeah, it is quite pretty.
It is pretty. It doesn't have enough ornaments right now. I got to get some more.
I'll make you some with Tyler on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then, so then week 3, the other person would present a Dead Files episode. So if it was Megan in week 1, it would be me in week 3. And then week 4, and this is where you guys would come in. We want listener stories or your ghost stories or interviews with Dead Files past clients.
Yes.
Which takes me to a little tangent here. I did hear back from Randy from season
14, I think
14,
it was.
Yeah.
I think
season
it was 14.
It was the last episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was the one called Sudden Awakening. I don't know if it was the last episode or not. But it was Randy. He got back to me, and we had just had a communication glitch between Facebook and all that nonsense. But he emailed me, said he was interested in coming on the show. He told me some stuff that, about how it was and what the activity in his house is like. There's still some going on.
So the activity does continue.
For
Randy.
And And so he's happy to come on and talk to us about it. So I'm excited for that. I told him we probably wouldn't schedule it until January just because it's Christmas coming up in a week or whatever.
Which is, can you fucking believe it?
No, I can't because I have not even bought one Christmas present yet. So, well, that's not true. I bought my mom something.
There you go.
She already knows what it is. It's a printer. It's this printer scanner because she was going to go buy her one and I already bought her one. And I'm like, okay, fine, Mom. I'm spoiling Christmas for you.
Yeah.
But I already bought you one. It's sitting in my foyer.
Yeah.
Don't buy yourself one.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh, Barbara.
Which reminds me.
Speaking of Barbara.
So, well, let me just do one. Let me just finish this and we'll go back to Barbara.
Okay.
So then if there is a 5th week in a month, I was thinking that we would either do like just a Gabby chatty happy hour or just replay an old episode. Or do a crossover promotion with another podcast. Like we would play an episode of the Skylark Bell.
Yeah.
Or Shit and Bricks or something like that. Yeah. So we're going to do that. So that, that would be like what we do on these off weeks. Or we could even do that on the week 4.
Yeah.
Which would be the listener stories and stuff. So that's what we're thinking. Just doing so basically it would only be 2 Dead Files episodes per month. Yeah. But we'll still talk about the Dead Files and stuff.
And that's a way to just draw it out more.
Yeah.
And relish it.
Not that we're going to go blow through all of the episodes, 15 years worth, but, Yeah,
Yeah.
We also maybe don't want to cover every single episode. They weren't
Right.
all stellar.
Right.
So, you know.
And like Amy said, if you guys have ideas, let us know. We're totally open.
Yep.
To what you guys are, to your suggestions, to your thoughts.
Yep.
We're wide open. We're like a book, writing our pages.
Yeah. Yep. And back to Barbara, I forgot to bring in my postcards, but I got my
Her
animal postcards from Follow, and my polar bear. Her name is Barbara, and I thought that was hilarious because that's my mom's name.
Yeah.
And Barbara is 30 years old, and she has had 5 cubs that she has raised.
Yep. Not all at once, like
no.
years.
She was first found when she was 8 years old, and she was with 2 cubs, and she has since raised at least 5 more cubs. They said
at least 5 more, or at least 3 more.
At least 5 more.
Oh, so she's
I think
raised
they said
7.
5 more. Yeah, I think they said 5 more.
Wow, good for Barbara.
Barbara,
and then girl.
I know. And then my penguin,
Regina.
Her name is Regina, and she is a fiercely protective mother. They mentioned that. So I got 2 moms, and she sounds great.
Yeah.
And then she, where did we decide she was?
In
we looked
Patagonia. She was in South America.
South America.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's like off the coast of Argentina and Chile.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I
that
think.
sounds right.
But
I think you're right. It didn't tell me what kind of penguin she was. It just said she was from the Patagonian steppe, Steppe. But then you looked it up. Yeah. And you said she was a Magellanic
penguin. They are named after Ferdinand Magellan, who first spotted them in 1520.
Wow.
FYI.
And then my other animal is an elephant. His name is Manolo. But when I go to track him, he hasn't popped up on the tracker since August. So I sent an email to Follow, and I'm like, has my elephant crossed the Rainbow Bridge? Because why hasn't he been seen since then?
I didn't want to say this, but I'm going to say it now. So I saw a TikTok about Follow, and somebody had an elephant, and their elephant stopped moving, and they zoomed in on the map, and they did like a satellite version of the map, and it was really close to a village. And so they think that the villagers killed the elephant.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I will say one of my coworkers said that elephants are a lot of, I don't remember where this person said, but in Asia, in some places, they're considered a pest because they like trample plants and they eat their food. So it wouldn't surprise me if a villagers killed him because he was eating their food, because they don't understand they're endangered.
Right.
Or if they do, they need to eat. You know, if it's an elephant or them, I'd choose myself.
Yeah, I guess. I hope he's not dead, but he hasn't been tracked.
To be fair,
for several months. So
they also said Follow says the trackers fall off after 1 to 2 years.
Oh,
so if he's been, if they tracked him, if he's been on tracking for a couple of years, his tracker just could have fallen off.
It could have, but I think it's weird that they would send me an animal that hasn't been tracked since August when I just got it on Sunday. Anyway, we'll find out.
When I emailed them about Thor to see if he was dead, they were very quick about responding.
Well, I got something back that said, we got your message. We'll get back to you when we're open. Because, of course, it was evening when I sent it to him.
Yeah, Mary responded to me super quickly.
Okay.
And then responded when I had follow-up emails, like almost instantaneously. So
Good.
Not to bring it down, but
yeah. All right. So
that's
hopefully
exciting.
Manolo is fine. But Barbara and Regina seem to be
Regina George.
kicking. Yep. They're active. I track them, look at them each day, and they're always somewhere new.
Yep.
So that's good.
So
that polar bear doesn't move around that much.
Well, it is summer. She is trying to conserve her energy because there's not a lot of food because the ice is melting. So isn't it so fun though?
It is cool.
God,
it's cool to do that. And it's cool to know that you're helping.
Yes.
You know, your money is helping.
Is helping animals and not just going to fund somebody's yacht.
Right. And you get a cute little necklace or bracelet, I mean. Yeah. So, that's cool.
That is, it's really neat. Like I said, I have 4 now. So I've got a little fleet of sharks.
Nice.
I'm very excited for it.
Oh, promo partner this week. That's another thing that we're going to do a little different. The host that our podcast is on is called Red Circle, and they have the ability for me to upload promotional trailers for whatever I want, ads or whatever, and then I can just place them in whenever I want. So instead of us recording a podcast promo, like talk about, say, Haunted UK for this week.
Yep.
Instead of doing that, I can just pick, and then Haunted UK will be in every episode of every one of our shows.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about
that.
Yeah.
And then next week it'll be a different one. So we're not probably going to do that anymore. We may decide to highlight one of the other shows, and then we'll talk about it. And then I will just bake in their trailer, which meaning play it.
Yep.
Put it in like I've been doing.
Yep.
And then, but then from now on, they will be interchangeable. So if you listen to episode 11 today, it will have different ads than it did when it came out. It will have different ads than it will when you listen to it 2 years from now. So not just ads, but, promos for the podcast.
Right.
So anyway, that's another change we're doing. I think we have gone through the list.
I think so.
Do you want to talk about any of the Hallmark movies that you've seen?
Wow.
Have you seen many?
I did watch It's Time for Him to Come Home for Christmas, which Amy told me to.
With your boyfriend.
Future husband. Respect.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Future third husband, right?
Yes.
Could be your third.
He doesn't fit my name scheme, but I'm willing to make an exception.
Wait, what's your name scheme?
Jonathan. My first
Your
husband.
first one was a John?
My first husband was a Jonathan.
Is that why you think you're going to leave your current John for John Stamos?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Maybe Tyler would be happy to change his name for you.
So yes, I watched, it was, you guys. First of all, it was a Movies and Mystery, which I don't normally watch, but it had the romance in it too.
I like those.
I was sobbing at the end. I cried. Like, it was such a beautiful, just a heartwarming. So I will say there was a scene when they're in a car, and Amy didn't notice this. To me, I'm like, how do you fucking not notice this? Where they had like glued tissue paper. Go back and watch it, please.
Okay.
Because they had glued tissue paper or something to the windshield wipers. Please.
To make it look like snow?
Yes, I beg you, go watch it. Go back and watch it. It's so obvious not snow. And then they also CGI'd snow in. Because you can tell not Snowden. Edward Snowden. Not him. He did not just run
not in the movie at all.
Background. No. With a whistle. But I'm here all week, folks. But yeah, when it was snowing, it wasn't getting in their hair at all. And I'm like, Hallmark, come on now.
Funny.
Like,
yeah, I didn't notice that either. I was too wrapped up in the beauty of the story.
I will give you $5 to go back and watch the scene because it is so. Oh, but it was such a good one. It was a good one. And then I started watching another one with my man. I haven't finished it, but I think it's one of his earlier ones because he doesn't have facial hair.
Oh, yes. I saw one that he didn't have facial hair.
Baby. It's called Falling for You.
Yep.
Lots of falling. Falling for Vermont. Falling for You. Falling
for Christmas.
Falling for Christmas
is the Netflix one.
Which is the Hallmark one with Lindsay Lohan in it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like a Hallmark, but yeah, it's Netflix. But
it's the same story.
It's the same story as Falling for Vermont.
Yeah. The only difference is she's not a diva in Falling for Vermont. She's an author, and the man is a doctor, not an innkeeper. But it was still good. I mean, I'm not knocking it.
Right.
I'm just saying, let's call it what it is.
Right.
I don't think I've watched any more Hallmark movies.
Oh, God. I think I watched 3 today. Well, one of them I shut off because it was terrible.
What one was it?
And it was the one about the high school reunion. And I don't remember what it's called. I think I blocked it out of my brain because it was so bad. I didn't even finish it. Like I said, I watched about 3/4 of it.
That's what I did for,
to be honest,
the gingerbread one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With Tia or Tamara. Tia, I think it was.
It is. Let me see if I can find it real quick in my Christmas class reunion.
Okay.
It is a newer one. It's this year. Okay. I try to watch all the current ones, right? So even if they look like they're going to suck, I watch them.
You give it the old college try.
I would not. I like the girl. Her name's Amy Teagarden. I liked her.
Oh, now I've got to look her up because it's so funny. There are some that I like, some actresses, if they're in it, I will watch it just because they're in it. How do you spell her name?
Amy is Aimee.
Okay.
And then Teagarden is Teegarden.
Okay, I see her.
So I've seen her in other things. I don't know if it's Hallmark stuff or other stuff,
cute.
But she's adorable.
Yeah.
She's good. She's good. It was just a dumb movie.
Okay.
At least maybe it got good after I shut it off. It's possible.
She was in
likely,
Christmas Family Tree, A New Year's Resolution, Bakery in Brooklyn.
Oh, that sounds cute.
I feel like I've seen that one.
Maybe I saw that one too, because I know I've seen her in something before. Anyway, another one that I would recommend is called The Royal Nanny. And it is also on the Murders and Mysteries, I think. It's pretty predictable, except that it's not your typical Hallmark love story in that the woman, I should say, is a spy. And she goes to work with the royal family to take care of the children because there's been some threat to the family. And so she's going undercover as the nanny to protect the children. And work with
that sounds good.
And it's really cute. And it's got a lot of actual, like she works at MI5 or whatever. So, I mean, it's got some like real intrigue and who is it and stuff.
Can you put that in all of these in our show notes, maybe?
Yeah, I will.
What's it called?
The Royal Nanny.
Because I'm looking at it now.
I believe it's new. I think it's one of the new ones. Because it was one I didn't think I was going to watch, but because it was new, I watched it.
Let's see. I'm showing 5 this year. Heart of the Matter, The Road to Galena, Autumn in the City. She plays Piper, which is the cutest name, by the way. And Christmas Class Reunion.
Oh, you're looking at Amy Teagarden?
Yeah. Isn't that who we're talking
she wasn't
about?
No, we're talking about the Royal Nanny. I thought we were done with her.
Oh, who's in the Royal Nanny?
I moved on. I don't know. Some blonde chick. No,
you're too quick for me.
I thought we were moving on.
Oh.
Amy Teagarden is not in the Royal Nanny.
No,
it's
she's
some
not.
blonde lady.
Rachel Scarston.
Okay.
Claire
she's
is
good.
an MI5 agent who becomes the royal nanny, having to overcome challenges on her mission as she keeps the family safe for Christmas and resists Prince Colin's charms.
Yes.
How will it end? I don't know.
Yeah, I would give that one 4+ hot chocolates. I like that
the
one.
prince is a hottie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Everybody in that one was pretty good looking.
He was in Rain. Sorry, I'm really getting off track here.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
We aren't going to talk about Three Wise Men and a Baby yet because you haven't seen it. Once you've seen it, we're going to talk about that.
It's got my husband in it, so
yes.
I have to watch it.
And there's something in it that I'm going to find what the timestamp is and send it to you. And I need you to be paying attention at that time. And then I want you to tell me what the fuck, because I'm all lit up about it.
I can tell.
Okay, this movie again is called Three Wise Men and a Baby. And the timestamp that I want you to pay attention to, because this is where the issue happened, is at 53 minutes, 58 seconds on Friendly. I don't know what it would be on any other channel. I couldn't find this movie on any other channel. 53 minutes, 58 seconds is the timestamp of when this incident occurs. And the issue I have is that it doesn't appear to ever be resolved on camera. It's just suddenly everything's fine again.
I've really been watching Roseanne lately, like the original Roseanne, because I'm
supposed to be watching holiday movies right now.
I know that, but sometimes a girl needs a break for a good old middle-class American family. I love the old Roseanne.
All right.
I love it. And I
liked it at the time.
It is one of my favorite series finales to this day. I love how they ended it. I thought it was really great.
I don't even remember how it ended.
Yeah. I don't want to say in case we have a you know what, I'll say it because spoiler alert, it went off the air like 20 years ago.
If you haven't watched it, it's your bad.
Yeah, it's your fault. So maybe if you haven't watched it and you want to watch the ending, stop now because I'm going to say how it ends. So they win the lottery.
Oh yeah.
They win the lottery and Dan has a heart attack at Darlene's wedding. And then when it's over, you find out that Dan didn't survive. He died. They never won the lottery. And it was a book that she was writing because she wanted to be a writer. Darlene ended up with Mark, and Becky was with, what's his name? David. So remember, Becky ended up with Mark, the motorcycle guy, and Darlene ended up with David, the poetic guy. But in real Roseanne life, it was switched, and she thought they would be better paired with the brother. So she switched them around. Jackie was a lesbian, not her mom. She wrote her mom as a lesbian. Jackie was a lesbian. I just really liked how they ended it. I thought it was and then at the end, she walks upstairs from writing because one episode, the kids and Dan had gotten her a little area in the basement to focus on writing. And so she was writing and she walks upstairs. She sits down on the sofa and she turns the TV on, and then the camera kind of pans out. I just thought it was a really nice ending. I really liked it.
So the whole show was her book, not the real people?
It was a mixture of the two. The book was based on her life, but she just changed different things that she thought, like Becky and David, she didn't like them together. She thought Darlene and David would be better. And David was played by Leonard from The Big Bang Theory. I can't remember his name.
Johnny
Galecki.
Galecki.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just thought it was a really good series finale. Okay. And then they brought it back and she went off the deep end.
Yes.
But Ambien makes you say racist stuff. So
right.
But yeah, I've been really watching that on Peacock.
Okay.
Don't judge me, you guys.
Okay. Well,
at least judge me behind my back. Like a real friend. I will
say one more Hallmark one that I watched that I really enjoyed.
Yes.
Is A Holiday Spectacular.
Okay.
And it's the one about the girl from, I don't remember where she's from, sorry, who goes to New York to become a rockette.
Oh, what?
Yes, it's really good.
That sounds was that on Peacock?
No, I watched it on Friendly.
What do you remember what it was called?
On Peacock? Yeah, it's called A Holiday Spectacular.
Oh my God, you just said that 3 seconds ago. It's called A Holiday Spectacular. Do you remember what it's called?
But what's it called?
Can you just tell me what it's called?
It was really good. Really, really good. I loved it.
Okay, well, it's not here.
It did have no hot chocolate in it that I can remember, and no crafting and no ice skating. Well, it might have been some ice skating, but it was super good. It was super good. I really liked that one.
I'm sure. Oh my God. There's a movie, quote, A Happy Friends U-Log, where I think it's just relax. It's animals relaxing and playing in front of a fireplace.
I watched that one.
Of course,
I watched that.
Yeah. I did not.
And I watched the kitty cocktail one too, which is not children's cocktails, but kitties. And there's another one that's called something about puppies crashing Christmas. Puppies Crash Christmas, maybe. And it's all just little puppies shredding toys from under the tree, like boxes that are wrapped.
Oh my God,
not real toys,
adorable.
But it was really cute.
Drew Lachey? I don't know if you know who that is. He's from 98 Degrees. That's Nick Lachey's.
Yeah, he's Nick Lachey's brother, right?
He's in a Hallmark movie from 2013.
Really?
A rock star with a public image problem agrees to fulfill a fan's wish and spend a week with a small town family and perform at the local Christmas concert. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he probably falls in love with the woman.
Do you think so?
I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like Hallmark.
I'm just making a prediction. I don't know if it's going to come true. Right. I could spend all day looking over Hallmark movies. Yeah.
I'm not watching them, apparently. You're watching.
Listen, Roseanne needs
Connors
my attention
instead.
Too. Not the Connors, Roseanne.
Okay. I just meant the family, the Connors.
They're just so good. I just love them. Makes me happy, like Hallmark movies.
Okay.
What else do we have to gab about? I mean, I don't know. Should we just dive right in after an hour? Just kidding.
We dove right in a long time ago.
Yeah, we did.
It's 9:00.
I know. I know as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So let us know what you think about our potential format changes. And I forgot to look for an Alanism.
12.
Okay, hang on. Open Alanisms. Number 12. This is one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
Okay, it needs no explanation.
Perfect.
Shut up when you're talking.
Alan. He's not wrong.
No.
So,
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Next time we meet, we'll probably talk about a different show or a movie, but it won't be Hallmark.
Yeah, we'll try.
We're giving you a break.
We'll talk about the 3 wise men and a baby for just because I need to clear up something that stood out to me that is.
Plus, I don't want to get yelled at by Amy, so we'll probably watch something else.
Well, you can pick what we watch if you want to do that.
Yeah,
you can pick. Should be maybe something on Discovery, either an episode of something
about with the 3 friends, or were they the brothers that they went on?
The Ghost Brothers.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of.
Because that one's so funny.
And there was that one episode I really liked where they went to New Orleans.
Is that where the guy one of them got arrested or something, or he got lost?
No, he had like a heart incident.
Yes, that's what happened.
Like a panic attack.
There was like some law enforcement or sirens or something.
Yeah, let's talk about that one because that was a really good one. And they brought in the other Marcus to help out because he was in the hospital, and then they were threatening that they were going to get rid of him and just let the white Marcus come in. That's a hilarious show.
It's so funny. Yeah,
let's watch that again, and we'll talk about that next week.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Activity Continues podcast. We really appreciate you giving us your ears for a bit. Please reach out if you have a suggestion for which episode of The Dead Files we should cover next, or if you have a spooky story you'd like us to share on the show. We can be reached at theactivitycontinues@gmail.com or through our website or any of our socials. Links are all in the description of the show. Please feel free to drop us a note and say hi. And join us next time when The Activity Continues. The Activity Continues is produced by me, Amy, at Collected Sounds Media and is part of the independent Collected Sounds podcast network. We are also proud members of the Boo Pod network of super cool podcasts.
Nailed it.